Meet Ian, the creator behind the YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Center. Through his gripping paranormal investigations, Ian takes viewers deep into some of the most haunted and forgotten places across America. From crumbling mansions to eerie historic sites, he explores locations where the past refuses to rest and where unseen forces seem to watch from the shadows. With a calm but determined investigative style, Ian keeps his audience hooked. But nothing could prepare him, or his viewers, for what happened during one of his most chilling investigations yet, a return to Minnesota's most haunted location. It was a cold, dark night in 2024 when Ian arrived at the infamous Boyd House, a location widely regarded as the most haunted house in the entire state. Equipped with his camera and ghost hunting tools, he was ready to document whatever might emerge from the darkness. The video opens with Ian recounting the terrifying history of the house. The ghost of the original homeowner reportedly still roams the halls. Giggling children's voices echo through empty rooms. Dolls move on their own. And perhaps most disturbing of all, a cursed monkey painting that allegedly drove a previous owner to suicide. Ian had investigated the Boyd house once before, and that experience had left a lasting impression. Expectations were high, but the house was ready to deliver far more than he bargained for.
The reason I'm starting out here is because something crazy off camera just happened. I was filming some B-roll, and when I stopped recording, I heard tapping sounds coming from that top window. It was like rapid tapping. I wish I was recording, but I wasn't. So that's why I'm here right now. I'm gonna stand here and see if it happens again. Hello, is anyone up there? You hear it? There's like knock sounds. Can you see me? Dude, I feel like whoever is up there is staring directly at me right now.
Before he even stepped inside, strange things began to happen. Standing outside, Ian heard tapping coming from an upstairs window. Fixated on the sound, he spotted something unsettling. A doll perched in the window, staring outward. Then, without warning, it moved.
What the fuck? What the fuck? That freaking doll just got dragged away! Holy shit! Oh, I don't want to go in there now. Hell no. I can't believe I just seen that. Dude, that doll just got yanked back into the darkness. Holy crap. By what? I don't know. I'm the only one here. So there is no one up there. I could have done that.
The doll was suddenly yanked backward into the darkness, vanishing from view. Ian's camera shook as he gasped. No one else was in the house. No strings, no tricks. The tension immediately spiked. Once inside, things escalated quickly.
Oh God. I'm terrified already. Who's up here? Show yourself. Oh my goodness. I have got chills walking up here. Oh God. There it is. That's the doll. Could you move one of the other dolls? What the hell was that? Who's up here with me? Are you one of the children? Just get a look at this thing. How do you explain that? Before I even get into the house, already something insane just happened. Could you? Holy shit. I keep hearing noises. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my God. I just heard little footsteps running right behind me. It was just like boom, 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 boom through the floor. Whoa, whoa! What the hell? Oh God, something just got moved over here. I freaking heard that. Wait a minute. Is that the stroller? That was not there. I am almost certain that this stroller was not there in the middle of this room. I'm pretty sure it was over there. Against like these beams. Let's test out the sound. See if it matches. Oh God. Oh, that is definitely it. This thing just got pushed on its own. Oh God, oh God. All right. I am hearing more footsteps. It literally sounds like there are children all around up here, just running around. It came from back here.
Ian felt something. Small footsteps ran behind him, the vibrations pulsing through the floor. Then he discovered a child's stroller had moved to a different spot in the room. Footsteps echoed throughout the house, unseen but undeniably present. His next stop.
The cursed monkey painting. This room creeps me out. Hello? Oh, whoa. Weird. The painting. It's like super cold. You could see the outer edges. That is really strange. This painting should be the same temperature as the rest of this room. But it's not. It's cold. That is really strange. Is this painting cursed? Because it sure seems like it.
The room containing the infamous monkey painting. According to the property's owner, the last time the painting was brought into the room, the entire house lost power, an outage that couldn't be explained or fixed for hours. Using a thermal camera, Ian scanned the painting. What he found was strange. The painting registered a completely different temperature from the rest of the room. Moments later, a loud thud echoed from behind him.
I just heard like a thump in the wall. Is that you? Making that sound? If so, could you do it again? Okay, whatever this thing is, I am communicating with it right now. And this is getting freaky. Are you a human spirit? Or are you inhuman? So I'm not gonna lie. Being in here, I just got a bad feeling for some reason. Okay. What the hell was that? Sounded like something just got thrown or rustled around or something. Oh God. What the hell was that? Oh God. That sounded like a hiss or a growl or something. Who's in here? Whoa. Okay. Something just got thrown. I just heard it hit the floor. Whoa. Look at the painting. It's like slanted.
The painting had shifted. When he checked, it had tilted dramatically, as if something had tried to knock it off the wall. From there, the energy in the house only grew darker. In one room, Ian heard disembodied voices, faint conversations coming from behind the walls. But every time he checked, no one was there.
I just heard voices in there. It sounded like a female. Is there anyone in there? Hello? Okay, that sounded like a male voice that time. There's like two different voices speaking in there. See who's in here. Hello? I thought I heard some voices in here. Minnie or Fred, is that you? There they are again. Holy crap. Dude, there's literally people talking in here. But yet there's nobody. Nobody here.
To confirm the presence of paranormal activity, he pulled out his EMF detector. Within seconds, the device began to spike.
Whoever's in here, I got a green light in my hand. Could you manifest near this green light? Whoa, look it. It's spiking. Is that you? They are manifesting right here. If that's you, could you make it spike all the way up to red? Whoa. What the heck was that? It sounded like something got moved over here. Your room. Oh my god. That freaking curtain just moved. Holy moly.
Then came the visual evidence. The curtain suddenly moved, caught clearly on camera. Although Ian initially considered the possibility of wind, the windows were shut, and the air inside was still.
Oh my god, oh my god. Dude, I just seen something pass by that door. It sounded like footsteps. I just heard that clear as day. They were like creaking through the floorboards. There's nobody out here. Who's out here? Holy shit. It sounds like they're going down the stairs. First I heard them through this hallway, and now they're going down the steps. Minnie or Fred? Ooh, what was that? Something just appeared down the stairs. It was like a manifestation at the bottom of the steps.
Soon after, he heard footsteps on the stairs, and when he turned, he witnessed a figure manifesting at the bottom step. A coaster slid off a nearby table and hit the floor. Then, more dramatically, a metal pot glided across the floor, on its own. And that wasn't the end of it. From somewhere in the house, Ian heard music playing, but it was coming from a source that shouldn't have been working.
Oh, was it this? It sounded like it was this thing. This metal pot. It just slid across the floor. Oh, God, it sounds like music. Music being played. Is it coming from this? This thing isn't even functioning, so that would be impossible.
As he moved toward the kitchen, a drawer suddenly opened on its own. Then another. A cabinet followed. Something, or someone, was moving things.
And look, there's no one in here. Oh, holy shit. Oh my God. Did you just open this drawer? Okay. Stuff's moving around in there. Oh God.
Just as he tried to process it all, a woman's voice echoed through the kitchen. He wasn't alone. Then one of the most inexplicable things happened. A chandelier flicked on by itself.
Oh, fuck. That cabinet just opened now. I just heard her voice. Her voice was just in here. That came from behind the table. No way. No way. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm done. This is just too much. Holy shit. That freaking chandelier just turned on.
Ian tried to push through the fear and continued his investigation, heading into the children's room. There, he encountered a white, misty figure in the doorway.
I just heard something over here. It sounded like something got moved. Was it this? This duck? I bet it was. That sounded just like it. I see that you like to move these toys around. Could you move another toy or doll? Dude, this thing just freaking moved again. I literally saw it this time. I saw it in the corner of my eye. I don't know if I caught it, but I hope I did. Do you like this duck?
A moment later, a child's voice whispered through the silence. Then the closet door creaked open, and Ian saw something peeking through, a small face watching him. He froze, and then, as if to confirm the presence, a dress hanging in the room swayed on its own.
No way that freaking closet just opened. Just now. Oh, God. Whoa. Whoa. Dude, there's something peeking through the closet door. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It looked like a little face. A little face. Just peering out. It's like the face of a little girl. Hello?
That was nearly his breaking point. But despite everything, Ian pressed on. Finally, he made his way down into the basement.
Oh, God. That sounded like a man. A man groaning. It came from this chair here. Fred, are you sitting in this chair? Responses. Fred, are you here with me? Ooh. That sounded like a child's voice. Whoa! Whoa! Dude, that fucking chair just moved! It just moved right beside me! Holy shit!
The moment he descended, he heard a man groaning in the distance. He turned on his spirit box, hoping to make sense of the experience, and immediately received responses. But the final moment came quickly. A chair moved across the floor beside him, entirely on its own. That was it. Ian grabbed his equipment and left the Boyd house, visibly shaken. The question now lingers: who or what was responsible for everything that happened that night? Were the spirits of the original family truly reaching out? Or was something darker attached to the house itself? Whatever the answer may be, the mystery of the Boyd house remains unsolved. And for Ian and his viewers, this may be one of the most compelling and terrifying investigations ever caught on camera. What's up, Silent Nightmare family? I have something huge to share with you today. We just crossed an incredible milestone, 50,000 subscribers. But now it's time to set our sights even higher. If we hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of September, 10 lucky subscribers will each receive a $50 gift card. You can choose any gift cards. That's $500 in total prizes as a thank you to this amazing community. It's super easy to enter. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video. Comment below with your favorite Silent Nightmare video or your scariest camping story. That's it. Let's hit 100K together and celebrate the only way we know how, with a massive giveaway. This chilling footage was shared by Andrew, the creator behind the Proving Demons YouTube channel, a channel known for capturing compelling paranormal encounters in long-abandoned locations around the world. But sometimes, when you go searching for ghosts, you end up facing something far more dangerous and far more real. On July 25th, 2023, Andrew set out with fellow explorers Kay, Alex, and Almond to investigate a deserted office building rumored to be haunted. What started as a typical ghost hunt quickly turned into a night they'll never forget.
What would you honestly do if you saw a face just now up there? What would you actually do? Would you continue?
Depends whose face it was.
It's like a ghost or something.
Oh.
Be careful of that.
Yeah, we'll do. Well, this has been locked up for a long time, hasn't it?
Yep.
The team arrived as they usually do, cautiously, quietly, making their way inside without drawing attention. Once inside, they began calling out into the darkness, hoping to connect with whatever spirits might be lingering. And soon enough, something responded. At first, all signs pointed to a paranormal encounter, but then came the shift. Sudden, loud banging echoed through the building, too forceful, too aggressive to be anything spiritual. That's when they realized they weren't alone.
Okay,
So it's
I got
found
chills
us.
now.
I don't like that. Can we also address the giggling? Like, I'm 99% sure that's actual people outside.
Fuck 'em.
We literally got.
Smell. Somebody's here.
Okay, let's go. Downstairs.
Nice to step there. Alright, somebody's here. Oh, great. Come on, you guys, me and Alex up front. Careful. Do not run. Yeah, I know. Bottom floor.
At first, they thought maybe it was just another urban explorer or perhaps another investigator. But deep down, something felt wrong. The intensity of the noise, the way it echoed and moved. It was clear this wasn't friendly curiosity. It was something else, something threatening. Worse yet, the banging was coming from the same direction as their exit. With their way out potentially blocked, the team knew they needed to act fast.
Is this a way out? Oh, fuck. Where?
Front, left.
Find an exit. Just go. Find an exit.
Staying calm under pressure, they searched for another exit, moving carefully through the dark, unfamiliar halls. Eventually, they found a way out of the building, but the danger didn't end there.
Stop panicking. Go.
They've got weapons. Calm down. Andrew! Take this stupid fucking camera. I just slashed my arm off. Go.
There's nowhere to go.
I've really helped my arm. a mat belt.
Outside, they were disoriented, surrounded by thick undergrowth, trying desperately to get a phone signal and orient themselves toward the car. But stopping only brought a new fear. What if the people from inside were now out here, searching for them? And then, the unthinkable. They realized they were being followed, not by one person, by 3. At this point, Andrew made the decision to stop filming. He needed both hands free, whether to defend himself or to run.
I heard them firing. I don't know what it is. It could be a pellet gun. It sounded like a chainsaw.
No.
It could be a fucking BB gun. It could be something, but it's definitely something we don't want to walk into.
Okay, so. Get down, they're looking for us. What'd they say? What'd he say?
He said, come out and do something bad, we're here. Go, Andrew, these people aren't, they're not, they're clearly not playing.
With no other choice, the group made the terrifying decision to go back through the very building they had just escaped. What followed was pure chaos. They sprinted through the empty, crumbling halls, their footsteps echoing, chased by the sounds of multiple pursuers. Somehow, they found the exit, burst through the doors, and ran for their car, making it just in time. Shaken but safe, they immediately contacted the police.
Children, we're professional adults who do this as a career.
Yeah. Let's just go. Fucking hell.
Oh God, I hope so.
Aspinall of London?
Aspinall of London.
Something like that.
Do you want me to get you the exact coordinates? The exact? Amazing. Fuck me senseless.
Right.
What the hell was that? What
Fucking-
the fuck was that all about?
I don't know. That's fucked up though, man. That's so fucked up. That was terrifying. We were all out in the bushes fucking like
Yeah.
scrambling through fucking the densest jungle you could imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, back to... This is to Hazelmere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we got it.
So DA15 is a camera.
Oh,
traffic
God.
Oh my God, blue lights.
Yeah. They're on a mission, so they're getting the gun team and everything.
So he's going there. Yeah, they've already got firing squad.
Authorities arrived and took the incident seriously. But Andrew never posted a follow-up, so it remains unclear who those 3 men were, or what they wanted. What is clear is this: that night was more than just another ghost hunt. It was a harsh reminder that the scariest things you encounter in abandoned buildings aren't always spirits. This disturbing camping encounter comes from the YouTube channel Slab Dog, a channel typically known for lighthearted content and funny home videos. But on June 20th, 2014, the tone shifted drastically. That evening, the channel's creator, a father enjoying a camping trip with his kids at Hummel Park in Omaha, Nebraska, captured something that would leave viewers rattled and his family deeply shaken. The day had started off perfectly, a peaceful getaway, laughter, bonding, and real quality time surrounded by nature. But as night fell, everything changed. While taking a late-night walk with a few of the kids' friends, they noticed something strange deeper in the forest. Faint, flickering lights, like candles glowing in the distance. Curiosity got the better of them. They decided to investigate, but what they stumbled upon was far from innocent.
What is what? Candles? Come here, let's check it out. No bullshit. Come on. Come on down here with me. Come here. Guys, come here. Guys, check it out. Come here. Come down here with me right now. There's a blood trail and a t-shirt. There's a bloody t-shirt. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute.
There's a hole in the tree.
Where? Where?
Right there.
Where?
Behind the tree.
What tree?
That one tree.
Which one?
That one.
Where?
Right there. Yeah.
Which one? This one here?
What do you think we're talking about? There he is.
Go. Go. I just saw him. Go. Don't fall. Don't fall up the stairs. Oh, shit. Get your flashlight. Hurry.
As they approached, they found a blood-stained white shirt, carefully laid out on the ground, surrounded by lit candles. The air felt heavier. Then, just behind a tree, they spotted something that stopped them cold. A figure, dressed in a white robe, lurking in silence. That was all it took. The father immediately grabbed the kids, and they ran, hearts racing, adrenaline spiking, not daring to look back. Once they reached safety, the father reported the incident to the campground staff. He described what they'd seen: the shirt, the candles, the robed figure. But no amount of reassurance could erase the chilling images now burned into their memories. The family decided not to risk another night. They packed up their belongings, cut the trip short, and left the campsite behind. But just when they thought the worst was over, as they drove away from Hummel Park, they noticed something ahead in the darkness. Something standing in the road.
Who is it?
You're playing a prank on us, Dad. We're not idiots.
It's real? Back it up. Back.
Go!
I'm trying to back up. I can't. I don't want to crash. He's coming back in the trees. He's gonna try to get
Open!
us.
Close the window!
What did he have in his hand,
A
guys?
hatchet! Now, dry!
Thankfully, the father reacted quickly, backing the car up and avoiding a potential second confrontation. It was the final warning they needed. They got out safely. But what they had witnessed would stay with them. No further updates were ever posted. The video was uploaded to Slabdog without explanation, and since then, nothing more has been revealed. No follow-up, no investigation, just silence. So, what really happened that night? Were the white-robed figures performing a ritual? Was it all a sick prank? Or was it something much darker and possibly more dangerous? Could it have been the same figure? Or were there more, silently watching from the shadows? Some speculate it was an elaborate hoax, staged for the sake of views. But if it was, the fear in that father's voice, the panic in their movements, felt very real. One thing is certain. Next time you're out in the woods and you see something strange in the distance, a flicker of light, a shadow behind a tree, you might want to think twice before going closer, because some mysteries are better left in the dark. The footage comes from Herbeck's Hill, a YouTube channel dedicated to urban exploration, capturing the haunting beauty of America's abandoned and decaying places. On June 9th, 2025, the creator, Chris, ventured into a massive derelict building. What started as a routine explore quickly spiraled into something far more dangerous than he expected. Inside, the structure was in ruins, bullet-riddled walls, collapsed ceilings, and a flooded basement that hinted at years of neglect. Crumbling law offices, broken furniture, and water-damaged files told stories long forgotten. But as Chris made his way through the dust-filled hallways, it became increasingly clear. He wasn't alone.
I wonder if that was somebody. What the hell? This place is so big, anybody can be here. Also, I don't know what floor that noise came from. I'm gonna try to listen for it. I don't hear nothing. I mean, to be completely honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I run into somebody homeless here, living. Court community service. Make sure I close these doors real quiet. I don't know, that noise was so loud. It may have been a group of people in here. What's this wet spot from? The ceiling is dry.
This looks like the back rooms.
At night, this place is honestly really creeping me out. It might just be because it's so dang big. What the hell? Somebody was up here.
The echo of faint footsteps, the clink of metal, low murmurs in the distance. Then came the signs, scattered belongings, old mattresses, makeshift camps. This place wasn't just abandoned, it was occupied.
At this point in the video, I need to explain a few things. I started hearing a lot of noise coming from the stairwell nearby on the 9th floor, multiple voices and what sounded like music playing from a cell phone. So I quickly pressed record on my camera and turned my light off just in case they were hostile. Unfortunately, the camera audio was cutting in and out during the entire exploration, and it failed to capture the sound during this part. While sitting quietly in the dark, I listened, and they sounded like they might be fellow urban explorers. So I turned my light on and went to the stairwell to see who they were. When I got to the door, I unintentionally scared a woman that was with the group, and she screamed and ran up the stairs yelling, "Help!" That's when one of the guys racked his gun and shouted, "Who's down there?" I replied that I was just taking pictures of the building. It quickly became clear they weren't explorers, they were scrappers, and they were also using drugs while stripping the place. They began yelling and threatening to shoot me if I didn't leave. I started arguing back at them, saying I have a gun too, and that they needed to relax. After a bit of tense back and forth, I told them I'm leaving soon and I won't bother them. I then left the stairwell and went down the hall to a different stairwell so I could get to the lower section of the building to get away from them. As I walked away, I could hear what sounded like at least 4 people yelling and cussing about me being there. One of them was even talking about me. This whole interaction made me pretty nervous, especially considering the number of bullet holes and shell casings I had already found scattered throughout the building. It was clear that these scrappers come here often, and were mad that I was in there, and it wouldn't surprise me if they fire off rounds to scare off explorers or anyone else who enters the building. Anyways, I just continued to explore the lower levels of the building, hoping they stay in the upper levels.
Eventually, Chris encountered them, a group of armed scrappers, aggressively stripping the building for metal. Their reaction to his presence was immediate and hostile. One of them stepped forward, issued a sharp warning, and made it clear he wasn't welcome. Not wanting to escalate things, Chris backed off, choosing to head for the lower levels to avoid further confrontation. But the danger wasn't over. Down in the dark, flooded basement, the tension thickened. Voices began echoing again, this time louder, more agitated. The scrappers were looking for him. Heated arguments erupted between them, and then gunshots. That was the final signal. Chris didn't wait to see who they were aimed at, or if they were meant for him. He grabbed his gear and made a swift exit from the building, heart pounding, adrenaline surging. This video stands as a stark reminder. In the world of urban exploration, the real danger isn't always paranormal. Sometimes, it's the people you didn't expect to meet, the unpredictable, desperate, or aggressive individuals who've claimed these forgotten places as their own. Chris didn't provoke anyone. He followed the golden rule of urbex, respect and retreat. But even then, things nearly turned deadly. Always remember, it's not just what's inside that matters. It's who. This is Gaz, the rugged adventurer behind the channel Grizzly Gaz, known for his wild camping trips and deep dives into eerie woods and forgotten local legends. Calm, skeptical, and unshakable, Gaz rarely backs down from a challenge. But on this night, something would test him like never before. The adventure started out like any other. Gaz found the perfect spot to set up camp. Just him, the open forest, and his loyal dog Fendi by his side. As the sun dipped below the trees, casting long shadows across the forest floor, the peace of the evening settled in. But that peace wouldn't last. As darkness took hold, Gaz settled into his tent, tired from the day's hike. But then, a sound. A high-pitched voice echoing faintly through the trees. He laughed nervously, brushing it off. Probably nothing, just the wind. Or maybe his imagination. But the voice returned, again and again. Then came something else. The sound of bells, faint at first, then louder, closer. Confused and uneasy, Gaz sat in silence for 15 minutes, trying to make sense of it. Why bells? And in the middle of nowhere?
I was just chilling out, watching a movie that I'd downloaded. Felt sure I could hear bells. Fendi, shut up, mate. Can you hear it? I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Enough was enough. He grabbed his flashlight, stepped out into the black void of the forest, and started searching. The beam of his torch cut through the thick darkness. But the woods felt wrong, too quiet, too still. Then he saw them.
In the woods. Hear it. This is going to be hard work, this. Look squealing now over there. Yeah, look there. Jesus Christ. Shut me pants then. What's going on with these bells? Just a look. Oh, come on. What you call a pentagram.
Bells swaying gently from the limb of a tree, dozens of them. But here's the disturbing part. They hadn't been there before. Someone, or something, had hung them up after dark. No sound of footsteps, no sign of movement. Just bells, left like a warning or a trap. Shaken but composed, Gaz made his way back to camp. Relief washed over him as his tent came into view, until he saw them.
Look, eye shine right up there. Can you see it? That's them trees. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with this. Hold on. Yeah, it's moving. Where's my phone? Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's there, look. You see it? See that eye shine there? Look, it's gone now. I need to figure out what that is, because there shouldn't be anything in here, really. What do you think it is? In this woodland, just staring at me. If it whistles back now, I'm going to shit my pants. Definitely moving its head. Wouldn't be a deer, would it? Because a deer would have been gone by now. It wouldn't be hanging about. Oh, sorry. You keep. I keep moving you out of the way because I've got my eyes on it. Look, it's blinking and that. Now he's gone. Oh, he's back. What is that? We're gonna follow it, mate. I need to figure out what this thing is, because otherwise it's going to do me head in all night, especially with these weird bells and that hanging.
Eyes glowing in the darkness, watching from the tree line. He froze. Then, without hesitation, he picked up his flashlight again. Fendi at his side, he stepped forward, determined to face whatever was out there. But the further he went, the worse it got. More eyes appeared, blinking, unblinking, circling, surrounding. The pressure was building. This wasn't just wildlife. This felt deliberate, intelligent. Realizing he was outnumbered and outmatched, Gaz made the tough call. He turned back.
Now I've got to try and find my way back down to the tent. Hey dear. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning.
He returned to his camp, eyes still watching him from the darkness, never blinking, never leaving. He stayed up until the first light of dawn. As sunlight finally broke through the canopy, the eyes vanished. The forest felt safe again. But the damage was done. Exhausted and disturbed, Gaz packed up his gear and left the woods behind. But the questions still remain. Who hung those bells? What were those eyes? And why were they watching him? He never got answers. And maybe some mysteries are better left that way. Meet Martin, the creator behind the YouTube channel Adventure Outdoors. Through his videos, Martin takes viewers deep into the heart of the United Kingdom's wild and remote landscapes. From scenic hiking trails to desolate moors and picturesque mountains to storm-swept coastlines, he showcases both the raw beauty and harsh realities of Britain's wilderness. His down-to-earth style and immersive filming make his adventures both relatable and captivating. But on one October night, things took a turn, and Martin and his friend would find themselves at the center of something far more unsettling than they ever expected. It was October 30th, just one day before Halloween, when Martin and his friends set out on another overnight adventure. This time, their destination was a remote bothy in the southern uplands of Scotland. These basic stone shelters are often used by hikers for rest and refuge. Armed with hiking gear and cameras, the duo pushed through strengthening winds to reach their destination before an approaching storm rolled in.
Area here with great views over the hills. People have left bits and bobs, some super noodles, some stock pots, rice, pasta. And then you've got a main room here. A couple of areas to sleep. Nice stove there. It's cracking, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing.
And then through here,
A couple of candles on.
a couple of more beds there as well.
Once inside, Martin gave his audience a brief tour of the bothy. It was quiet, simple, and empty, just as they'd hoped. But the narrator added an ominous footnote. Many hikers who've stayed in this exact location have reported hearing eerie screams echoing through the night. One visitor even claimed to have seen a face staring through the window, an experience so terrifying that it triggered a violent physical reaction. Ironically, Martin and his friend had brought along beers called Ghost Ship to enjoy that evening, unaware of just how fitting that choice would become.
It's still a bit early for a beer, so we're going to go and have a walk around the local area, check out some of the woodlands. We need to get some water for our freeze-dried meals tonight, but me and Martin were just discussing whether or not this bothy is haunted. A few people have stayed here and had a few weird experiences, but we both, think it's fine. I don't think there's anything weird here. Do you, Martin?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really believe a lot of that stuff anyway, so... But it feels like, I know when people walk into it, they kind of go, oh, it feels up. But it doesn't feel like there's no bad vibe or energy in here. But
there's no bad juju or anything.
I mean, the only thing that kind of would be a bit spooky, I think, at night, there's no blinds or anything on the window, so looking out there when it's pitch black, you might...
Just to see someone's face up against the glass, that wouldn't be...
At first, they dismissed any ideas about the place being haunted. In fact, Martin's friend even mentioned there was no bad energy, though he did admit that imagining a face pressed up against the glass could make looking out at night pretty unnerving. As dusk approached, the pair ventured outside to gather water and explore the surrounding forest.
So the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. You can really feel the gusts when you come up high. But we're just having a wander. The bothy's down there, and then you've got this woodland area.
But when they returned to the bothy, they noticed something strange. A pair of scissors had moved from their original spot. No one else was around. That was the first red flag.
Marty's got a fairly comprehensive water filtration system on the go. We just need to find somewhere to hang it up. But
it's called water drop. It works really well.
There's some hooks here, Martin, if you want to hang it up. Were you going to go out and cut some wood like with them saws?
Not now. I thought you were.
No, I didn't touch them. They were hanging up there. Oh, that's the first bit of spooky action for the night. No one's been in, but...
Trying to shake off the unease, they cracked open their beers and settled in for the night as the storm outside began to intensify.
Also, here we are. It's getting dark outside. The storm has really picked up. I don't know if you can hear it on the GoPro, but it's definitely gusting out there pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say it's 40-50 mile an hour at the gusts. But it feels like it's getting slightly worse by the hour. I reckon up until about midnight.
Yeah.
Inside the bothy, the atmosphere thickened with tension. Martin documented the worsening conditions, noting the rising wind speeds and the howling storm outside. While preparing dinner, they discovered the bothy's visitor logbook and started flipping through the entries, some normal, others a bit unsettling. Then came the moment everything changed.
Hold on a minute.
Whoa.
I'm out. I'm out of here. No.
Without warning, one of the doors in the bothy began to move, slowly at first, then violently slamming shut with a thunderous bang. Panic set in. Both men leapt to their feet, visibly shaken. Martin tried to explain what had just happened, while his friend, too disturbed to re-enter the room, remained frozen.
Can't say us here, but we just ran out of this room there. That was totally weird. The door just started to move on its own, and then it just pretty much slammed shut.
Roughly 10 minutes later, after nervously discussing possible explanations like drafts or wind pressure, something even more chilling occurred.
It's the only rational explanation, even though I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? So, I'm honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
This can't be right.
I'm not.
So there's a chair over there, and it just started to move, which is...
No way. I'm not even. No.
This is bonkers.
I'm not having any. Jesus Christ.
It is moving. That chair is moving.
Just leave it. Come out there.
One of the chairs inside the bothy started moving, on its own. No breeze, no tremors, no explanation. It simply moved. Martin, clearly rattled, refused to look directly at it. He voiced his confusion, his fear, and his growing realization that they were not alone. The pitch-black night outside offered no safety either, only darkness. As the chair continued to shift, Martin confirmed again and again that it was moving by itself. It was the final straw. The two endured the rest of the night, but come first light, they wasted no time packing up and leaving the body behind. What was meant to be another scenic overnight stay had turned into something else entirely, an experience neither of them would soon forget. This chilling clip comes from the YouTube channel Haunted Finders, run by Tom, a passionate investigator of the paranormal who dedicates his work to exploring the thin, often invisible line between the living and the dead. His goal? To capture undeniable evidence of the supernatural and share it with the world. Tom is frequently joined by his close friend and fellow investigator, David. Together, they've explored some of the UK's most haunted locations. And in this particular video, they return to the field once more. This time, to investigate a place wrapped in centuries of mystery and whispered legends, the ancient graveyard of St. Mary. Believed to be over 1,000 years old, this graveyard is one of the oldest in the region. And if you ask the locals, there's no debate. St. Mary's is haunted. For generations, people have reported shadowy figures, disembodied voices, and mysterious lights drifting among the graves. Naturally, Tom and David couldn't resist the chance to see it for themselves. It's January 18th, 2023. The two arrive just as darkness fully cloaks the sky. After setting up their gear and base inside the graveyard's walls, they begin the investigation. They don't know what the night will hold, but they're ready for anything.
That's all ice.
And silly me, I've come with my slippers.
Look at them.
I forgot to put my boots on.
One of those. Oh.
Are you here now? Make a noise for us.
Is that you? Is that you?
What?
Did you make like a whispery noise? No. Did you not?
No. I didn't hear anything.
I thought I heard somebody whisper.
Not long after they start asking questions, a soft, whisper-like sound cuts through the silence. Faint, but unmistakable. As the night deepens, the atmosphere becomes more intense. Their ghost hunting equipment doesn't pick up any clear signs of interaction. No spikes, no EMF readings, but that strange whispering keeps returning. Quiet, elusive, as if something is watching them from the shadows, always just beyond reach.
I just heard something. David, I thought I just heard something behind me.
What is it?
I don't know.
That's going that way, isn't it?
You saw a shadow? There's something about this area, I don't know what it is. But
Go to the tree.
there's something to do with this area.
Yeah, we'll do a spirit box.
Someone talking and walking. Is that someone talking and walking?
Not real.
I don't know. Could possibly.
Despite the growing unease, Tom and David push forward, committed to uncovering the truth behind St. Mary's reputation. But with each passing hour, the cold becomes more brutal. The whispering continues, echoing faintly from unseen corners of the graveyard. It's enough to keep them on edge, but not enough to confirm what or who is out there. Eventually, the cold becomes too much to ignore. Their plan to stay overnight is no longer safe. With frost forming on their gear and fingers going numb, the two reluctantly decide to call it a night. But just as they're about to leave, something happens.
Why won't you do something now to scare us when we're asking for it? We want you to scare us. We want you to force us out this graveyard. Push David off his feet.
Don't overdo it.
What? Hey?
Don't overdo it.
We want something
Well, that's advice, then.
we want something to happen.
Yeah, but why is it me?
I just thought it'd be funny if you levitated.
I thought it's fun now.
Once you're in the air floating, I'm already running. What was that? Already running. What was that? Was that the gate?
No.
I thought I just heard the wooden gate that we came through.
I hope not. There's nobody there.
You sure? This area is really, like, it's creepy and there's something here. But for some reason...
It's hiding.
Yeah, it's hiding. What? David? I spun round and you're just looking in my face.
They freeze. Another whisper. Clearer this time. Closer. They glance at each other, unsure if it's real or a trick of the mind. The darkness, the fatigue, the isolation, all of it begins to weigh heavily. But the sound was real. They heard it. And more importantly, they captured it.
Oh, God. It's freezing. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Well done. Somebody walking. Hey? What? It's on the camera.
Yeah, no, it's still recording. Did you hear what I heard? I don't know. It was either a voice or like a, what's it called? David, you didn't hear what I heard.
What? Did you capture it?
I don't know, I'm recording.
Later, while reviewing the footage, they discovered that the faint whispers weren't imagined. Their microphones picked them up clearly. Something had been there with them. So, the question remains, was it the wind, a psychological effect of the environment, or something far more unexplainable? Something that didn't want to be seen, but couldn't resist being heard? That is something we may never truly know. Meet Chris, the face behind the Blot Outdoors show, a YouTube channel all about the great outdoors. From camping and hiking to product reviews and lighthearted adventures, Chris's videos usually offer a laid-back escape into nature. But in this particular video, things take an unexpected turn. Chris teams up with his friend Mick for a bold camping trip at none other than Chillingham Castle, tucked away in northern Northumberland, England. Famously known as the most haunted castle in the UK, Chillingham is steeped in chilling tales of ghosts and gruesome history, making it the perfect place for a stealth camp. Camping on the castle grounds is strictly forbidden, but for Chris and Mick, that's part of the thrill. It's October 10th, 2023. The two arrive while there's still daylight, casually blending in with other visitors as they scout the grounds for a discreet spot. They bide their time in the castle's park, trying not to draw any attention. As dusk settles and the last of the tourists vanish, they quietly slip into a secluded corner of the property and set up camp. The castle's looming silhouette and the surrounding stillness add an eerie edge to the evening, but spirits are high. Chris and Mick kick back with some drinks and snacks, laughing off the ghost stories whispered about the castle. For a while, it feels like they've pulled it off. But just as they begin to relax, the exact scenario they were trying to avoid begins to unfold.
Right, show you all our food and drink. I'll start with the drinks first. So we've got loads of meat to eat, but no bun. Little Mick, are you looking forward to getting my meat in your mouth tonight, Mandingo? Mick, come here. Go in the tent. Go in the tent. Fuck. There's people getting walked around on a tour. Oh, shit. I'm hoping and praying they don't come through here. Fucking hell, man.
In the distance, a group of people appears, clearly part of a night tour, and they're heading uncomfortably close to the hidden campsite. Frozen in place, Chris and Mick hold their breath, hoping to go unnoticed. But luck isn't on their side. The group spots them. The tour guide approaches. What could have been a disaster turns into an unexpected stroke of good fortune.
Shit. Oh, fuck. We're fucked, mate. We're fucked. Shit. We're fucked. We're caught. Bastard cunt.
I don't know that you should be here. Have you got permission? I'm conducting a ghost tour here. Have you got permission to be here?
Oh.
Have you got permission to be here?
Aye, we've got permission, mate.
From who?
The owner.
Have you?
Aye.
Well, I'll be speaking with a caretaker just to make sure. I'm conducting the ghost tour here, so if I can tell you to keep any noise down.
Listen, mate.
What's that?
Look, we need bother, right? We've had a few drinks, so we wouldn't be able to drive home anyway, if you know what I mean.
Right. Well, I've still got to report you being
listen,
on the
mate.
premises.
There's no point in that.
Well, I think there is.
There's not. We need bother. We're not causing any trouble.
Well, I've got to make them aware.
Listen.
Yeah, that's fine. No.
We'll be gone first thing in the morning.
I'm going to have to shift you on.
Well, mate, we've had a few drinks, so we can't.
No, I know. I appreciate what you're saying.
We can't move on.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying, but the owner, if he found you here in the morning, he'd do his bloody nut, and you wouldn't want to be on the wrath of him. I tell you.
We'll be gone before it's light.
Honestly.
Mate, we can't move. We can't.
Can't move because we've had a few drinks. Yeah.
Like, I swear down.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
we've shared it. We've
Right
shared.
early in the morning.
Well, where are you from anyway?
Sunderland.
Yeah, but what are you doing here? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing? What led you to here?
Well, I might as well say it. We've got a YouTube channel, like for wild camping.
Right.
So, like, you know, we're pretty professional. We never leave any mess.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that.
And all that kind of stuff.
If he'd asked permission, he might have thought differently. But
yeah.
Honestly, the owner, and sometimes he goes out in the morning shooting and stuff like that.
Aye.
He knows what areas shouldn't be.
The guide, surprisingly understanding, agrees to let them stay under one condition: no open flames and full respect for the castle grounds. Grateful, the pair agree without hesitation. The rest of the evening feels like magic: cool air, clear skies, drinks under the stars. But just as they're winding down for the night, something strange happens.
We're going to get some sleep now. It's very late. It's after midnight. It's been a great night, apart from getting caught. But, you know, it's been, the fuck's that?
What the fuck's that?
Hold on.
What the fuck's that?
Just hang tight, hang tight. Fuck. Wait, quiet. Oh yeah, no, we're not gone, We'll have to stay. What the hell was that? What was that? There's no way I'm going out. There's no way I'm going out and packing up.
Despite their tipsy state, a bizarre sound cuts through the calm, unsettling, unexplainable. Laughter fades, silence takes over. They listen, tense, waiting for something more, but nothing follows. Just an eerie stillness and the unsettling question of what it was they heard. Eventually, the night passes without further incident. At sunrise, they pack up carefully, leaving no trace behind. To anyone visiting that morning, it would have been as if no one had camped there at all. But for Chris and Mick, the memory of those unexplained sounds and the ghostly weight of the castle's history still lingers. Meet Angelo, the creator behind the YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo. Known for his raw, unfiltered approach to urban exploration and paranormal investigations, Angelo takes his viewers deep into the eerie and abandoned corners of the world, places most people wouldn't dare to enter. From crumbling farmhouses to forgotten structures steeped in dark history, his videos reveal not only the decaying beauty of these places, but the supernatural forces that may still linger within them. But during one particular investigation, Angelo would come to face something far more terrifying than he ever anticipated. This was meant to be one last solo camping trip before traveling for a couple of months. Armed only with his camera gear and a small portable wood stove, he headed out to a remote, century-old farmhouse. Locals call it the Demon House, a place with a long and chilling paranormal reputation. It also happened to be owned by a friend of his, who had offered to let Angelo take over the property. That personal connection only added more weight to what was about to unfold. From the very beginning, Angelo felt off. He mentioned hearing a strange hum, followed by what sounded like a voice.
I'm gonna switch my microphone first. Yeah, I got this new microphone and it's got all these different crazy options. I'm just not used to it, but... What is that? Sounds like somebody's peeing or something. Is somebody peeing up there? The hell? Why are you peeing in my house? Is it like water dripping from somewhere? I don't really know. Wait, there might be something up there. Hello?
As he approached the property, that unease grew. Once inside, the tone was immediately unsettling. Random objects were scattered around, and disturbing sounds echoed through the empty halls. At one point, he captured an audio clip that resembled someone urinating, even though he was completely alone.
No idea where that even came from. It sounded like it was on this side. I have not been in any of the other rooms yet, other than the downstairs rooms. Something moved. Something like loud, either fell or slammed or something, I don't know. The weird thing, I was actually trying to go into this room at one point. Well, I'm not trying to go into it, but I was like, oh, why is this door closed? The door is like really jammed.
The deeper he went, the stranger things became. Water dripped from unknown sources, followed by eerie scraping sounds with no logical explanation. Then a loud noise startled him, so sudden and jarring that he began to question if he was really alone after all.
I swear I just heard something like scratching. It almost sounded like it was to the right of the camera. What the hell? Okay. Also, this piece of wood is really stubborn. Something there? Careful now, I have axe. That is the thing with this place. You hear so much. There's so much activity and so many things going on. I do have an idea, something I haven't done before yet in this place. We'll get to that soon. First, I just want to get this going. Pretty loud downstairs just now. Problem is there's a lot of water dripping from the melting snow, but that didn't sound like water dripping. To me, that sounded like somebody like threw something almost. What the heck? Something's walking. There's water dripping, but it also sounds like somebody's walking. Oh, I feel weird. Every time I come into this place, I swear I feel off. No knocking tonight? You did it last time.
Later, he discovered a bizarre object hanging from the ceiling, which left him visibly shaken. Despite the mounting tension, Angelo pushed forward, documenting everything.
Sorry, it sounded like I heard a knock or something down there. I have not been down there in a while, hence why I'm saying I don't know what the situation is going to be like. My friend saw some shadow figure. Doesn't really know what the heck it was. Turn my light on for a second just to see, because for some reason I feel like there's something over there. I don't know why. It's just a very strange feeling at the moment. What the hell was that? Okay. I just heard something down there. I had to turn my light on again, but I don't see anything. Okay. This is really, really creepy. Sounds like footsteps above me. There's also a lot of water dripping, so it's part of what we're hearing, obviously. You want to show yourself? My friend. That was upstairs again. My friend doesn't come down here because of you anymore. What are you? Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh my... What the f... Dude! Someone just like slammed this thing. Wait, is the house like falling apart or something? What the... Tell me this thing like shifted. Or was that our sign? Was that you trying to show yourself? I still feel like there's something over there. Let's turn this light off one more time. Ooh. Mamacita. What the fuck? No, no, no. Okay, did I just actually see that? Why did it look like there was someone just standing on the stairs? What?
The basement, already ominous, now seemed impossibly dangerous. Still, he pressed on. Downstairs, the activity spiked. At one point, he even caught something on camera, something that sent a visible shiver through his body. When he returned to the main floor, thinking he'd found safety, the activity continued.
For a second, I thought there was like... It almost looked like somebody was standing there. There's clearly no one there. Actually, turn this other... Let's turn something. What's that? a second. I swear I hear that humming again. Sounds. I just hear a voice. Did I just hear it again? It almost sounded like it came from the other room, though. It sounded childlike. Is there a child in here right now? Are you in this room? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was weird. Get the camera off of here. Okay, it's just a passing car. I don't know what that was. What is that? Oh. Okay, I did not leave that there. What the hell? I literally left that like right over there. Something really dragged that. Oh, it's toasty in here.
He spotted a figure in the room, briefly, but couldn't capture it clearly. Then came more voices. Angelo also witnessed objects moving on their own, another clear sign of intelligent haunting. Exhausted and deeply unnerved, he began preparing for sleep. But the night had one more surprise in store.
I kept dreaming of like this little boy. I think it might be that kid. Whoever that child is that's connected to this place, but anyways, I'm gonna pack everything up and we're gonna start heading on out of here.
At some point during his restless sleep, Angelo had a vivid dream, one centered around a little boy. The dream felt connected to the child spirit he had attempted to reach earlier. It was as if the entity had followed him into his subconscious. At dawn, Angelo packed up quickly and made his exit. What made this investigation so terrifying wasn't just the unexplained noises, the moving objects, or even the disturbing dream. It was the clear intelligence behind the activity. The spirits didn't just linger, they responded, they observed, they interacted. And for Angelo, that made this night one of the most compelling and frightening paranormal experiences ever caught on camera. Philly and Keely have been living the van life dream for over 6 years, traveling the world in their self-built vans, chasing freedom, embracing nature, and collecting unforgettable memories along the way. But one night in Greece reminded them just how quickly a dream can turn into a nightmare. After a long day of exploring, soaking in the sights, culture, and beauty, they parked in what seemed like a peaceful, secluded spot to settle in for the night. The sun had set, the van was locked up, and they were winding down like any other evening on the road.
What are you shining your light for? Where's your phone? No! You're not police!
Am I coming in the front with you?
I don't know, I just can't see anybody anymore. They're just all of a sudden gone.
They just appeared out of...
Bushes?
Bushes?
They kept like telling me to open the door.
No, there he is there.
Where?
There's somebody in front of us over to the right.
Then, suddenly, banging, flashlights, voices shouting outside, men claiming to be police. But something didn't feel right. There were no uniforms, no marked vehicle, just chaos and shouting in the dark. Philly's instincts kicked in. He leapt into the driver's seat without hesitation. Keely stayed in the back, camera rolling, just in case anything went wrong. They didn't wait to ask questions. They drove. Only after putting enough distance between themselves and the strangers did they finally pull over and catch their breath.
Now,
We're just kind of stranded on the side of a road.
To give a little context, we'd been looking at park for night in this area. There's some hot springs, like we said, we wanted to come to hot springs, and we had read loads of horror stories on the park for nights. But then we knew other people who had been here, and we messaged and they were like, no, it felt totally safe, and you know, it's out of season. So we've had where we've read park for nights before and had wonderful experiences. This was not that situation.
Alright guys, we parked up significant distance away from that other park up, but what can I say?
I'm really annoyed. Guys, the thing is for me, right, is the absolute audacity that they kept trying to get in the van and kept demanding that we open the van to them. And I'm like, what was their plan? Did they have a weapon? Were they trying to, like, how were they planning to steal everything while we were both here? Like,
well, I think we just did the right thing. We just jumped in and drove away, so it's just annoying because it's something that it does kind of set you back, especially us as well, because this has happened to us quite a lot and we did actually get robbed. And it's just annoying because we've always had that fear in our heads, and when something like this happens, it just brings everything right back to the surface. And then there's going to be a healing process. It's going to just take time before you feel safe in the van.
Adrenaline still surging, hearts pounding. The next morning, as they looked back on what had happened, a chilling thought lingered. What if they had opened the door? What would have happened? That night left a mark. It reminded them, and all who heard their story, that even the most seasoned travelers aren't immune to danger. And sometimes, it's your gut that keeps you safe. This chilling clip was filmed by James, the creator behind the YouTube channel, The FAM. A fearless urban explorer, James is known for venturing into some of the most abandoned, mysterious, and haunted locations on Earth. His passion for uncovering the unknown has led him to countless eerie places, each documented so his viewers can experience the thrill and the terror right alongside him. In this particular video, James sets out to investigate an abandoned farm property scattered with multiple deteriorating buildings. According to local legend, this land is infamous for its intense paranormal activity. Whispered stories of strange encounters, unexplained noises, and ghostly apparitions have surrounded this place for years. Naturally, James couldn't resist the chance to see if the rumors were true. What he didn't know was that this night would quickly spiral into one of the most disturbing investigations he's ever filmed. It's February 20th, 2019. James arrives at the sprawling, lifeless property, the cold air and dark skies only adding to the unease in the atmosphere. With his camera rolling and nerves on edge, he begins exploring the grounds. Despite the desolation, he presses forward, determined to uncover the truth.
Oh gosh. It could just be like a huge thing for storage. Because it is like, it looks like an outdoor setup. Maybe they had plants and stuff in here, I'm thinking. Oh, what's this? Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is spooky. Oh my gosh, okay. It seems very sturdy though. I think I'm okay up here. Wow, guys. Talk about a place for some EVPs. Now, I've heard that this place, this property, the family passed away, and that... Oh, God. Oh, jeez, James, no way. Okay, maybe not, guys. Bad freaking idea right there. The floor just about caved in on me. Alright, so I'm definitely not going to be walking up there, guys, because that definitely sounds pretty darn sketchy. So I think we'll just go down. What the hell was that? Okay, I think there's probably animals in here, because before I walked in here, I heard some noises in here too, which is worrying me, but I think it's just some animals, guys.
After examining a barn, James shifts his focus to the main house, reportedly the epicenter of the property's paranormal history. This, according to locals, is where the most terrifying activity occurs. He finds a way inside, and the moment he crosses the threshold, a wave of dread hits him. Something about this place feels wrong.
Do a little tracking here, a little bushwhacking, guys. Definitely nothing wrong with that. So you can tell right here, there used to be a house and it was torn down, which is what I think the rest of these buildings are going to be, is torn down. And somewhere down here is a house. I know for sure. So we're gonna find it. So there is a small apartment in this house that I've been into before in the backside, but I've never been able to get into the main part of the house. I'm gonna see if there's any way in, because the front door is locked. And if it's locked, I just can't get in. Oh, spiderweb snow. Wait, I see a gate over here. Oh God, right into another spiderweb. Oh God, they're getting me, fam, they're getting me. Oh God, more spiderwebs, oh. Shoot, I don't think there's gonna be a way in. I see windows. Crap. All right, so I don't think there's a way in here. Found a way in, and this place is creepy. Lee. Dude, there's something freaking me out about this place, guys. Like, what if there's somebody in here? Hello? Is anyone here? What is that?
The silence is thick, and the decaying interior only adds to the oppressive energy. As he makes his way deeper into the house, he tries to focus on the environment, the peeling walls, the rotting wood. But his instincts keep whispering that something isn't right. And then he hears it.
Is there anyone in here? Okay. Nothing so far. Guys, this property is a lot bigger than I thought. Like, I didn't even know this part of the house existed when I came here. Oh, what is that? Whoa! No way. Are those old? Okay, those are books. Never mind. I'm getting all excited over nothing, guys. I thought it was something else. Okay, I thought that was a record player and a bunch of records. Okay. Closet? What kind of stuff they got in here? What the hell? Hello? This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Rare cop, that's not for us. Trying to watch my lights too, guys. Oh, nice little kitchen. Man, I tell you what, this place is. Oops, that's me. This place is freaking spooky, guys. Like, what the heck? Guys, I could have swore I just heard a freaking door close. I could have swore that. I heard something. Hello, is there someone in here?
There's definitely something moving inside the house. Distant, unsettling sounds echo from somewhere within. James pauses, his breath shallow. Every part of him hopes it's just the wind, or maybe an animal, but deep down, he knows better. Summoning every ounce of courage, he follows the noise. But this visit would be short-lived. Whatever was inside that house, whatever presence made those noises, was enough to push even James to his limit.
This is freaking me out a little bit. All right, we need to get the heck out of here because this freaks me out, guys. Oh! What the hell? Oh! No way! No way! Is there somebody there? What the hell? Dude, you better not be in here. I'm getting out of here, guys. Like, this is crazy. Oh. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Did you hear that? I checked every room.
Overwhelmed by the thick, oppressive energy and the escalating sense of dread, he knew it was time to leave. Without hesitation, he climbed out of a nearby window and left the house behind. As he made his way back to the safety of the main road, a wave of relief finally washed over him. One thing was clear: James might be fearless, but even he knows when to walk away. And he's certain of one thing: He's never stepping foot inside that haunted house again. This unsettling camping encounter was captured on the YouTube channel Simon Newcomb. And while it starts out as a harmless family outing, what unfolds is far more disturbing than anyone expected. It all took place on September 22nd, 2020, in a remote and mysterious part of Devon, England, a dense ancient woodland known as Wistman's Wood, a place long shrouded in local folklore and eerie legends. 3 kids were exploring the forest during a family camping holiday. Laughing, joking, and wandering a little further than usual, they were simply enjoying the adventure. But the mood shifted when they suddenly realized their dog was missing. One moment it was there, the next, completely gone.
Oh, it is pissing it down. These two are doing my head in. It's getting dark. It's really cold. I have no idea where the dog is. What?
Desperate to find their pet, the kids decided to go deeper into the forest, veering off the marked trails. The footage feels like any ordinary clip. Anxious voices, the sounds of footsteps crunching leaves, and the growing fear of not finding their dog. But hidden within that video was something none of them noticed at the time. As the camera shifts to scan the trees, a figure, barely visible, can be seen standing in the distance. It's easy to miss, just a dark shape behind the trees. But right as the lens moves even slightly in its direction, the figure ducks, quickly, almost instinctively, like it realized it was being filmed. The kids didn't see it. They had no idea they weren't alone. They made it back to the campsite safely, unaware that something, or someone, may have been watching them. It wasn't until much later, when rewatching the footage, that a chilling realization set in. There, clear as day, a shadowy figure lurking just beyond the trees, silent, still, and gone the moment it sensed attention. Was it a person, a trick of the light, or something far less explainable? Whatever it was, one thing is certain. Just when you think you're alone, safe in the woods, you may not be. Sometimes the scariest things aren't what you hear, but what you miss, hiding in plain sight. This chilling clip comes from the YouTube channel Whole Other Level Outdoor, where Daryl shares his deep passion for the wilderness. Raised in the heart of nature, Daryl has spent his entire life hunting, fishing, and embracing the peace that only the outdoors can offer. His content typically showcases calm, skillful adventures, celebrating the beauty and tranquility of the wild. But in this particular video, things take a much darker turn. It was October 24th, 2018. Daryl and his father had set out on a quiet trip deep into the woods, far from the noise and comfort of civilization. The two were enjoying some well-earned time together, breathing in the crisp forest air and relaxing by a crackling campfire as night began to fall. Then it happened. Out of nowhere, an eerie howling sound pierced through the stillness, echoing from somewhere deep within the trees.
Man, we're here in camp. Do you hear that?
At first, they brushed it off. Maybe just a lone coyote in the distance. But the sound didn't fade. It grew louder, closer, more unnatural. For 2 men who had spent most of their lives in the wild, it was deeply unsettling. They had heard coyotes, wolves, and all kinds of nocturnal animals before. But this was something different, something they couldn't explain. Daryl later uploaded the footage, hoping his audience could help identify the sound. While some chalked it up to a common animal, or even joked it was a distant rooster, others weren't so quick to dismiss it. Many viewers believed it could have been something much more mysterious. Perhaps a Sasquatch, maybe even a dog man. To this day, no one knows for sure what they heard out there in the dark. But one thing is certain. The sound they captured that night has haunted Daryl and his father ever. This is Jenna, a nature lover through and through. Her YouTube channel is a peaceful escape from the noise of everyday life, filled with calm bushcraft builds, serene forest landscapes, and zero spooky drama. Unlike those horror-themed camping channels, you know the ones, Jenna's content is all about solitude, relaxation, and the beauty of the wilderness. For her latest video, she set off on a solo bushcraft trip deep in Crownland.
I have the forest all to myself. I brought my buddy Herb with me to keep me company. You might remember Herb from our bike tour on the Icefields Parkway. He's going to be keeping me company while I'm out here alone in the woods. The river's definitely not frozen yet, so I'm walking over these logs to get across because there's a couple dead trees over there that I'm looking at taking down.
The spot she chose was stunning. Tall trees, a nearby river, and complete silence. She wasted no time getting to work, cutting down trees, hauling logs across the stream, and building the kind of shelter most of us only dream of.
And then popping some rocks on top of the peg just to seal it in. Cute. So this is it from the back. The weather's supposed to be beautiful tonight. We don't have any wind or rain or anything on the forecast, so this should work just fine. This is it from the inside. Want to get Herb all cozy in there.
Everything was going smoothly until it wasn't. While this part wasn't filmed, Jenna later explained something unsettling had happened before she even started recording. While scouting the area earlier that day, a man in an SUV suddenly pulled up beside her. He didn't say anything, just stared. It was weird, but not alarming. Maybe he was just a fellow outdoorsman sizing up the terrain. Jenna didn't record the interaction and brushed it off. But then, he came back. While she was mid-build, the same SUV showed up again. He parked nearby, stared, and drove off without saying a word. Now the unease was setting in. When he showed up a third time, that's when her instincts kicked in hard. Same SUV, same silence, same stare. That's when Jenna knew something wasn't right.
I'm not even taking the time to pack up nicely because I just want to get out of here. Okay, goodbye to the campsite that once almost was. I don't think I left anything. Barely got everything in my bag because I didn't fold everything properly. I'm just trying to get out of here. I have half my stuff in my food bag. It's gonna be okay. He's not here right now. This is where he pulled out to, and he literally took a look at me and turned around and pulled out. But I know it was the same car. It was like a white SUV with a bag over the back of his window, and he turned around and I saw that same bag. So yeah, I'm fucking out of here. Even if that guy didn't mean any harm and he was just trying to camp here, I don't like when somebody knows where I'm camping when I'm by myself. I want to be hidden and unseen, and I don't want some man to know that I'm alone in the woods. I'm coming back to my van. Okay. Back of the van. That was a mad dash. Luckily it's not dark out just yet, so I'm gonna head home. I don't like driving in the dark, but even in the van, I don't really want to sleep out here.
She trusted her gut, stopped what she was doing, and began packing up immediately. No hesitation. Because here's the thing. When you're out alone in the wilderness, miles from anyone, with no phone signal and no help nearby, trusting your intuition can be the difference between safety and danger. Could the man have been harmless? Sure. Maybe he was just curious. Maybe he meant no harm. But maybe he had other plans, and Jenna wasn't about to find out the hard way. She made the right call. If you take anything from her story, it's this. Never let anyone know your exact camping location when you're alone. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't wait around for confirmation. Because in the deep woods, far from cell towers and city lights, being prepared isn't paranoid, it's smart. Jasko, a fearless content creator behind the channel Jasko, known for diving headfirst into the world's most haunted and forbidden places. With each video, he drags viewers into chilling landscapes shrouded in mystery, places marked by murder, kidnappings, disappearances, and whispered legends of the supernatural. His investigations aren't scripted or polished. They're raw, unfiltered, and unnervingly real. But during this two-part exploration, even Jasko was forced to confront how truly unpredictable and terrifying these places can be. He and his companion, Chris, set out on a camping trip to one of the most feared forests in the region, a place so notorious that even locals refuse to enter, day or night. This forest has a dark history, confirmed homicides, missing persons, and countless tales of people who simply vanished. Drivers have reported ghostly figures along the roadside, often right before tragic accidents.
Tonight, we're going to be camping inside of a forest that's so damn terrifying that the locals in the nearby town refuse to enter, day or night. There are documented murders and kidnappings that have occurred within this forest. Not only that, but there are also reports of people going into this forest and never coming out. It's so muddy and nasty right here.
Oh, is that a pair of pants?
Oh. God, look, there's snails on it and shit.
Well, those might have been like some good time sweatpants. I might have some DNA evidence on them. Hold on.
Look at that.
That's really weird.
I was gonna say too, look at the ravens. Oh, that's so nasty. Keeping watch.
As night fell, Jasko and Chris pushed deeper into the woods. Strange objects littered the forest floor. Unsettling, yes, but not enough to stop them. Their goal? To locate an abandoned house buried deep within the trees, a site rumored to host dark rituals. It didn't take long before things turned bizarre.
Hey, glad you heard that.
It sounds like someone's like moving in the bushes.
Yeah.
Is anyone there? Can we walk out this way?
Oh, hear that, right?
Someone whistled back?
Yeah, what the hell? Okay.
Strange noises echoed through the darkness. Mechanical humming like an idling car, rustling in the brush, and most disturbingly, a whistle that seemed to answer Jasko directly. Then, on a remote road, they found it. A large, stained rug, carelessly dumped in the middle of the path. The kind of rug that might hide something no one should ever find. Disturbed, they fired up the spirit box.
Treacherous terrain.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, it's not. Whoa, 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 what is that?
Bro, is that wait, what am I looking at?
Oh
God.
Chris, what is that?
Something, it literally looks like there's like a body under that.
Let me check first, because I don't know if I could show this on YouTube. And if it is...
Okay.
Hello? It's just like a big rug. Look how nasty it is. It's like a big rug.
Nothing rolled up in it though?
That's what I was worried about.
Kick it.
Damn, that is heavy as shit because it's so wet.
Looks like it's stained. It generally looks like a stain.
There was like orange.
Yeah, all
like
over
dark brown, orange, whatever.
That's
Spirits.
A direct warning. The presence of something not human. A cryptid, perhaps, or worse. From there, the activity escalated. They drove further, only to encounter another strange object in the road.
Shouldn't have.
Be terrified of.
Be terrified of?
Of what? What do you see?
The headlights hit it. Look. Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, yo, so it's hard to see from here.
Just beyond it, hidden in the shadows, was a massive, weather-beaten tent, but it was the sound that truly rattled them, a low, deliberate whistle, close, as if someone or something was watching. All through the night, they were stalked by disembodied noises and fleeting shadows. Then, a moment that pushed them over the edge.
You still can barely hear jack shit. Look how old that flashlight is.
It's weird, man.
No way. Oh, that was a whistle.
Hello?
Who's out here? There's no way anyone's out here. That's the thing.
Shouldn't be. No footprints.
But look at this thing. This is a old tent. Bro, look. There's literally puddles of water all over this thing. God knows how long this has been here.
Oh, for real?
See. Wait and see for what? What?
Okay. What the fuck was that?
I'm putting this back. This ain't mine.
Yeah, just leave it there, bro. It's fine. You wanna go back in the truck?
Yeah, please. Let's get the hell out of here.
What the fuck?
Oh my God. Okay, Chris, go.
Out of nowhere, they sprinted back to the car in total silence. No screams, no words, just fear. Inside the vehicle, they saw something move in the trees, a shadow that shouldn't have been there. Jasko tried to document it, but his phone froze, restarted, and worst of all, none of the photos saved. The tension only mounted. A flash of light appeared in their rearview mirror, impossible in such an isolated place. Then, stepping outside to investigate a cluster of items on the ground, they found something even more disturbing.
No way, it just froze your phone. Are you kidding me?
It just killed my phone. Whatever I just took a picture of killed my phone.
No way.
No, bro.
Okay.
No,
the timing of that was so strange. No shot.
You see how slow it was going, like frame by frame?
Charging.
Bro, it's not even showing the battery right now.
No, nothing. Oh, it's turning back on. It's
no way.
It's not even dead. It just restarted your phone. Bro, get out of here.
There was a picture from my live stream.
Oh, again? Is it shutting off?
Yeah.
Who's messing with Jazz's phone? Is that you, Marie? Is there someone here trying to manipulate our technology and devices?
That is nuts. I'm sorry, I've never.
Well, can you put the rear camera on?
Rear?
Someone just flashed at my mirror, bro.
What would have it been?
I don't know. There was a flash at the right side here. I don't know. Who just touched our truck?
Bro, we're not near any road. Look at that.
Nothing at all. There's literally nothing.
This doesn't take us anywhere either, so that goes that way.
What's it detecting?
It just detected something in front of us. What is that? There's something red right there. See that?
That was weird. I don't know what that is.
There's no way that it detected that. I mean, the truck would detect like a person or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Look. Whoa! Oh my God! 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 Did you hear that?
No, what was it? It's the heart of the rain. Oh my God!
What?
It said, "Did you hear me?"
Dog, that sounded like a
Really?
Yes. We cannot see anything right now. It is so pitch black.
What was that?
Sound like a.
Just keep going. Please keep going.
What I'm gonna do is, if you look right here, this shows the front camera, guys. I will shine my light for a second. What I want you to do is come closer, and then when I shine my light, I want you to show yourself in front of my truck. Can you do that for me? Okay. What the fuck?
Bro. What the fuck? That was so loud for us to hear that inside? Oh my God, the spirit box had a type of science.
Hell no.
You're just doing an experiment. Get it? I don't. Yeah, let's roll out of here, maybe.
Shotgun shells scattered in the dirt. Undeterred, they used the Spirit Talker app to make contact, and it responded with intelligence, with intent. Suddenly, the car stalled, dead center in a known flood zone. Panic surged. They barely managed to get it running before the video abruptly cut to black. When the footage resumed, things had changed. The air felt off. And then, a moment of pure horror.
19.
18? Sorry, it's from the trend lately.
It has.
A membrane of light.
A membrane of light.
Did something move right there? You guys watch that? I don't know if I did. I thought I saw something move right there. Can you guys let us know in the comments? That was so weird.
A loud knock slammed against the car door. They screamed. No one was there. Still determined, they finally set up camp. But before anything else could happen, the video cut to black, and then darkness gave way to even more terror.
Sorry, but we're getting the hell up out of here now. Things got really weird. We were getting ready to go to bed. We were getting everything set up, everything together, and then all you see is a couple of lights in the distance, and they were just coming closer. We heard a pound on the window, and that was it for us. We literally just got the hell out of here, and I'm so sorry because we haven't filmed much tonight. As a matter of fact, we haven't got out of the truck much at all tonight. Just weather permitted and everything. I mean, right now I'm one shoot jazz, one crack jazz. But what I want to say is, we're not done here. You have my word. I leave for my vacation soon. When I come back, it'll be about 10 days or so. When I come back, the first thing Chris and I are doing is coming back here. Hopefully, it's obviously no rain and everything. I'm getting my crock back.
Redemption.
And I will get it, I will clean it.
In the second part of their investigation, Jasko and Chris returned. They found the exact spot where the crock was lost and retrieved it from the mud. But the victory was short-lived. Something was waiting for them. A chilling voice, a strange discovery, a sudden shift in the energy around them. They pushed deeper into the forest, asking questions, trying to make sense of what haunted this cursed place. And then, as if the forest was responding.
Gerbil.
Oh, what the hell?
Gerbil.
I am vulnerable.
Oh, me was trying to say vulnerable and it said gerbil. That happens all the time.
Or the gerbil is vulnerable. Okay.
Stop. Stop. What if like 100 gerbils come out and just start chasing us?
It just said maybe.
I would laugh so hard.
No.
Gerbils are cool.
Gerbils are really cool. They're like the...
Dude,
is anyone out here?
Weird. It almost looks like there was a trail or something here. Obviously they covered up, but it's so open. The rest of the forest is so just dense with trees.
It is dense. That's the scariest part about places like this, bro. Is like, obviously at night, it's a different environment.
Of
like
course.
when we're here and we're alone, we split up and stuff. Guys, it's a place that's like horror movies and shit. But even when you're here in the daytime, you have that feeling that like you're being watched, or that behind a tree, someone's watching you. And
there's so many trees. When you hear stuff like that, it's like...
The birds completely stopped.
Alone. Yeah, it was loud when we got here, and they're just quiet.
Okay.
Is the person who left those belongings here with us? Did somebody die in this area?
Let me fire up Necro.
No, I just like... If you're theoretically gonna tango with another person in the forest, are you hiding? Are you scared of us? Uh-huh.
Why don't you come closer? I saw. The last thing I said on Necrometer was, did you see me? This is what happens when you mess around.
Chill, Bill.
He doesn't like you.
No, stop me.
Do you like the... So there's some big movement over there.
Yeah, the birds are running.
And the birds are...
Wow. Man, look at that curved tree.
Which tree? Oh, the curved one over there?
Mm.
Lucky tree, huh?
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
This is weird. This is creepy. This is daytime.
A car sped by in the middle of nowhere. They weren't alone. Forced to flee once again, it became clear. The true horror of this place wasn't just supernatural, it was human too.
Let's slowly make our way back then.
That was a whistle. That was a fucking whistle.
That was a whistle.
Hello? I can't believe they didn't. Do something with this shit, bro. I really don't understand that they didn't like come check out the tent. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Who's out here? Open the truck! There's someone behind us? Bro, fucking go. Is a monster? Bro. Is that There was a flashing light behind us. I saw it too.
There was a flashing light, 100%.
Oh my God! What the fuck is that? Bro, go! What are you doing? Go!
I can't see it.
Go! Just go.
Easily.
Okay. Alright, guys.
We would have saw that when we pulled up here.
I don't know what I want right now. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's something fucked up happening in this forest.
The spirits answered questions, interacted with their equipment, and hinted at a violent history buried beneath the trees. But mixed among the voices were very real dangers: gunshots, speeding cars, and the discovery of lime, a substance often used to conceal human remains. The investigation ended there, but the questions remain. What's hiding in that forest? Because when the spirits talk back and the real-world threats close in, you begin to realize this isn't just a haunted location. It's a place where the line between the paranormal and the predatory has vanished. And the next time you think about exploring a forbidden place alone, ask yourself, are you ready for what's really out there, waiting in the dark? Mimi is no stranger to van life or the wilderness. Her travels are usually filled with peaceful views, quiet mornings, and the kind of serenity most people only dream of. But this trip was different. What began as a calm solo getaway quickly spiraled into something far more unsettling, ending with flashing lights, search teams, and a chilling realization.
I moved just a little bit so I can get some more sun. Solar panel, not that there's been much today. It's been an overcast day. I don't know why I'm so freaked out. I feel like, what if it's a driveway or something? And I'm gonna keep going, but... Okay, so now I'm at the part where you can't see where you came from. And you can't see where you're going. Okay, so I've already walked about a quarter mile. Getting pretty deep in the forest. With no signal.
Her day started off like any other. She woke up to a stunning, quiet view just outside her camper van. She cooked breakfast, watched a little TV, and planned to spend the day hiking deep into nature. As she wandered further from camp, the signal bars on her phone vanished, but that was nothing new. Then, something made her stop. Deep in the woods, she noticed fresh footprints, ones that definitely weren't hers. That was strange enough. But then came the sounds, faint, unfamiliar, and somehow wrong.
Those are my shoe prints. And they're pretty fresh. They're pretty fresh. I'm trying to be funny about it, but also I'm like a little bit like low-key. Come on. Turn around. We're going back. I definitely came back way quicker than I went down. No reason, I wasn't scared. It started getting real weird. Weird sounds. So, 360.
Something about the air had shifted. With instincts on high alert, she turned around and made her way back to the safety of her van. As night fell, she tried to shake off the tension, lighting a fire and settling in for dinner by the comforting glow of the flames. But peace didn't last long. A car pulled up beside her campsite. A woman stepped out, clearly distressed. She explained that she had driven 4 hours after receiving a strange, unsettling call from her son. He'd said he was feeling unwell, and then went completely silent.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm a little lost, and I'm hoping maybe you can kind of help me.
Yeah, what's up?
So my kid is He's 20s.
Uh-huh.
But he was hiking around the Linville Gorge, and this is telling me to turn here and go obviously through that gated area, which doesn't look like a thing,
yeah, no.
to get to his pin. He pinned me there.
Okay, well, I'm assuming you did a trail, right? Like a marked trail?
Yeah, but he said he was like on the side of a road and he's throwing up. And he's like, come get me. And I just drove from Raleigh.
Oh, dang.
In my work clothes.
Oh my gosh, so you really are?
Yeah, I was like, I'll be right there.
Oh God, yeah, that's far. Oh, we've got quite the situation. Apparently down that road that I was just walking down, about 2.5 miles, her son is very sick and needs her to come get him, but she can't get past the gate. And there's no other entrance way, because I just hooked up my Starlink to see. There's no other way down there than through that gate, which is very locked. So she's calling 911 now to see if they can come help.
No texts, no calls, no trace. Fearing the worst, she'd contacted emergency services. Not long after, the quiet of the forest was broken by flashing lights and the sound of sirens. Search teams arrived, sweeping the area with flashlights cutting through the darkness. Hours passed. Finally, the missing son was found, alive and taken home.
I'm thinking this guy has the key to unlock the gate, so realistically you wouldn't need EMS services because she can go get him, but this guy's apparently really sick down there. She said he's not one to complain. He's been hiking for maybe 2 days, and he was going to set up camp about 2 more miles down, but then he started getting real sick and throwing up a lot. And he called his mom all the way from Raleigh. She drove a little over 4 hours to get here. She's still in her work clothes. So I told her to sit with me at the fire to stay warm at least, but she's so nervous. I understand why. I mean, my gosh. Would you look at that? I don't really know what to do with myself. They're all kind of leaving right now. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening. The fire's going out. They ended up just letting her take her son. He's in the car with her right there. They're gonna go probably home because he doesn't want to go to the hospital. I don't blame him. But
for Mimi, the entire experience was a powerful, sobering reminder. The woods may seem still, they may seem empty, but you're never truly alone out there. And sometimes the silence hides more than just trees. This is Mo, a beloved YouTuber known for fearlessly camping in some of the most haunted and mysterious places in the world. His love for the unknown has earned him a massive following, and today, he's joined by fellow adventurer CJ Fisol for a chilling new exploration. Their destination? The infamous woods of New Jersey, the same location where the iconic Friday the 13th film was shot. The area is dense, wild, and not exactly welcoming. Sharp thorns tangle their path, the trees feel oppressive, and the silence is deafening. But for Mo and CJ, this eerie jungle is exactly the kind of place they thrive in. Before reaching the forest, the two stopped at a nearby gas station, where a strange man warned them to stay far away from the woods, claiming unpredictable dangers awaited anyone who dared to enter. They laughed it off, brushing it aside as small-town superstition. But that warning would soon take on a terrifying meaning.
We just heard about 4 to 5 gunshots. I was taking a piss right here, literally. And we heard about 4 to 5 gunshots. Rifle shots, not even gunshots, they're rifle shots. That was scary. I don't do good with guns because, like, you know, I'm Canadian. So this is where we're setting up our campsite right here. See, just going to bust out the tent right now. We're going to start building it.
As they ventured deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a murky, isolated lake, a perfect spot to set up camp. But not long after they settled in, the stillness of the forest was shattered. Gunshots, faint but unmistakable, echoing through the trees. The two froze. It was unexpected, and the tension immediately rose. Then came something far more disturbing.
On tonight. Nope. So yeah, we don't. This is some bumpy ass ground, bro. It's gonna be one long ass night.
It's like gunshots. I don't even want to move.
We just heard more gunshots. I'm trying to stay quiet so we can get the sound of the gunshots on camera. What the hell's going on out there?
I have no idea. There's a lot of activity.
What the hell was that?
You go first.
Dude, something just ran by here.
Please tell me that you guys heard that.
Something just ran by here. I kid you not, something just ran by. Dude, that sounded like it was inches away from us.
I thought they were running in between these trees.
I kid you not. You heard that right?
What the fuck was that?
Hello? Anyone there?
A high-pitched child's voice calling from somewhere deep in the woods. They stayed silent, alert, listening. But after 30 minutes with no further sounds, they began to calm down. They debated whether to pack up or ride it out. In the end, they chose to stay.
If we come across anything, if we hear anything, I'll film some more for you guys, but I'm just going to rest the batteries a little bit. It is really cold.
It's freezing out here, man.
It's freezing. So we're going to try to warm up a little bit, and I'll check back with you guys in a little bit.
Shit, dude.
Dude, there's somebody out there.
Should we turn our lights off? Because obviously it's illuminated.
Okay, keep your lights off. Keep your lights off. There is somebody out there.
The fuck was that, dude?
Something in the water. Go.
You go first. I'm not going first.
I don't know. How do you open this?
Shit, man. Just come through this thing.
Go through the little...
You go first.
Okay.
You go first. I'm not.
I just...
Turn your light on. Turn your light on.
My light's on. Dude, I heard something splash.
What?
What the f is that?
Well, what the fuck is that, dude?
I don't know what the fuck that is, but what the fuck is that? Guys, we just heard a splash in the water.
Whoa. Dude, what the hell is that?
There's somebody there. Hello?
Just as they began to settle again, they heard a splash. Something had been thrown into the lake. When they approached the shoreline, they spotted it, floating eerily in the dark water. A glowing neon green skull, tied to a stick and gently bobbing on the surface. Someone was clearly trying to send a message. And then, the unthinkable.
It's so freaking cold. Like,
turn your fucking light off. What the fuck is that? No. What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Turn your light off, dude. Dude, it won't turn off.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Go.
A roaring chainsaw tore through the silence, and then through the side of their tent. Panicked, Mo and CJ bolted into the forest, running as fast as they could through the thorns and trees, not once looking back. Somehow, they made it out safely. Some viewers in the comments now speculate that the entire event was staged for content, but others believe what happened was very real. What do you think? Was it just an elaborate prank, or did they stumble into something far more sinister? Let us know in the comments below. It's a bitterly cold winter day, December 29th, 2023. Lomar, the creator behind the Paranormal Discovery YouTube channel, has returned to a forest that's haunted him ever since his last visit. A place where he and his friend Blake once stumbled upon a small, abandoned cabin, one that radiated an eerie, unexplainable energy. But today, Lomar is alone. Driven by a need for answers, he's determined to uncover the truth about the sinister presence he once felt there. As he approaches the old cabin, a familiar chill creeps up his spine. Something feels wrong.
I hear people walking in the woods. Maybe that's an animal? The hell is that? So confused right now. Alright. I think that was a helicopter or a plane or something up there. Oh my god, what was that? Guys, I literally just got here and I'm already hearing stuff. What the was that?
The forest is silent, too silent. And no matter where he looks, he can't shake the overwhelming sense that he's being watched. With each step deeper into the woods, the air feels heavier. The trees seem to close in tighter. The feeling of unease intensifies until it becomes unbearable. Then, a sharp, unmistakable whistle slices through the stillness.
I feel like I get the sense that people come here and do really weird things. Oh my god. The hell was that? Straight up heard movement behind me. I think someone's down there. Like right over there. I don't know, that was really weird. That sounded like it came from the path. I think I gotta get out of here. I think there's one individual here somewhere. I don't get the sense that there's many, but I get the sense that there's like at least one. I don't see anybody. Oh shit! Oh. He's right down the path. What is that person doing down there?
Lomar freezes. His breath catches. Every instinct screams at him to run. He bolts through the underbrush, heart pounding, searching for anywhere to hide. But the noises only grow louder. Cracks, snaps, footsteps, something or someone is following him, watching him. He finds a spot, crouches low, and waits. Minutes feel like hours. The silence returns, but it's no comfort. It's suffocating.
Holy shit.
Lomar stays perfectly still, hoping whatever's out there will lose interest. Eventually, when he can't take it any longer, he makes a run for it, sprinting until he's free of the trees, back in the safety of his car. He escaped, but barely. And whoever, or whatever, was out there in that forest, it remains a chilling mystery. It's a reminder of just how fragile our sense of safety really is. Had Lomar ignored that gut feeling, things might have ended very differently. It was a cold winter day in November 2023 when renowned horror expedition leader Dan Dixon, known for his YouTube channel Exploring with Fighters, set out on one of his most chilling adventures yet. This time, his destination was the infamous Witch Gallows deep within Germany's legendary Black Forest. Dan, whose channel is celebrated for his fearless explorations and supernatural encounters, is no stranger to eerie places. But this location held a darker reputation. The Witch Gallows, once the site of grim executions, was steeped in centuries of fear and whispered legends. His fans, well aware of the forest's sinister past, were eagerly anticipating what Dan might uncover. But Dan wasn't alone tonight. Accompanying him were two of his close friends, Carl and James, fellow adventurers with nerves of steel.
Side the hanging gallows. So there's been 15 documented hangings of witches here in the Black Forest. Now that's only documented. We don't know the actual number, but we do know that 2 of them are buried right next to this gallows. So in good old-fashioned Black Forest camping, we are going to pitch up the tent right underneath this gallows. We really don't know what to expect here, especially camping right below where numerous witches were hung. These were people who were thought to have been witches. We don't.
As the group arrived at the ominous clearing, they set up camp right beside the cursed landmark. With the fire crackling and dinner being prepared, they passed the time telling ghost stories, not knowing that their own would soon begin. As night fell and the temperature dropped, the trio ventured into the dense darkness, armed with only their cameras and a spirit talker, ready to make contact with whatever lingered in those ancient woods. Then it began.
Could you give us a sign?
Whoa, what the fuck was that? Are you fucking kidding me? Something just went off. When you say, could you give us a sign?
Yeah, wait a minute. Shh. Yeah, wait here. What the fuck? You got the flux down?
No. I don't have the flux. I have it in my hand.
So what was that then?
I don't.
A sound, clear and deliberate, cut through the night air. Something wanted to be noticed, but as quickly as it came, the forest fell silent again. The stillness was unnatural, heavy. Back at the tent, the unease grew.
Oh, I'm ready.
Hey. No, that car sounded like it was stopping.
Well, we have nothing going on anymore, so.
Whoa!
What the fuck was that? What the fucking hell was that?
I thought it was the wind. I don't know.
Dude, it's like someone just...
I know.
Did you feel that?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, it's like someone just fucking kicked us on, like, through the tent.
I know. Did anyone record that?
Yeah, I'm recording.
I'm recording shit.
I was just falling asleep.
That means you got it. You probably got the wind kick and then your reaction.
There was someone fucking pulling the tent out.
That's what it looked like. The whole tent got pushed.
Yeah. Dude, I felt it in my foot. It was like someone kicked it.
No, I know.
Faint noises rustled just outside, branches cracking, footsteps. Then something brushed against the fabric of the tent.
That's what I mean.
There's someone running the finger across the fucking thing.
Right, get out of the tent. Fucking hell, what is that?
Someone's running the finger. Hello? Oh my god.
Right, I'm getting out.
No, wait a minute. Someone ran the finger across it. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's different from the wind. The finger thing, you can see it like, whoosh, and you can hear the sound.
You can hear the sound.
Yeah, it feels different from the wind blowing.
See, look, it stopped. Oh, shh. Yeah.
The fuck is that?
What the fuck? Is that someone's dog? Someone's dog sometimes?
Oh, someone's outside.
Dude, the fingers ran across. That again, third time you heard it, and then the.
Hello?
Dude, someone's outside.
I know, open the fucking tent.
Oh!
Open the tent, open the tent.
Fucking wind, bro. That's someone banging on the fucking tent.
Come on, open it.
Shut. There's no one here.
Douglas, what was that fucking noise? Carl, calm down. You've stood all in the fire. Oh shit.
Dude, there's no one here.
Oh shit.
Hearts pounding, they unzipped it and stepped out into the freezing night. No one, nothing, only the vast, oppressive silence of the Black Forest. Feeling watched and increasingly unsettled, the group decided to pack up and leave. Their nerves were shot, their sense of safety shattered.
I feel like there's someone there.
Let's pack up.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Should we go down now? See if someone's there first?
No. Let's get all the expensive shit in the car.
As they drove away from the witch gallows, one question echoed in their minds. Was it just someone playing tricks in the night? Or had they truly come face to face with something supernatural?